Have you ever wondered why some seniors seem to drift away from social connections as they age? In this video, we'll explore the 5 key mindsets that lead retirees to prioritize solitude over socializing, revealing profound insights into their lives and choices. Understanding these perspectives not only sheds light on the challenges of aging, but also highlights the importance of family bonds and personal fulfillment. Stick around until the end to discover how these mindsets can shape our approach to relationships and help us foster deeper connections, no matter our age. Retirement often emerges as a gentle yet profound turning point in one's life journey. It signifies not just the conclusion of a long and often fulfilling career, but also heralds the dawn of a new chapter, one filled with opportunities for self-discovery, personal growth, and inner peace. As we transition into this phase, many retirees find immense joy in the simple pleasures of life, gathering with a few cherished friends, sharing stories over steaming cups of tea, and engaging in soft-spoken conversations becomes a treasured ritual, highlighting some of life's most rewarding moments. However, as the years unfold, a noticeable shift often occurs in the social dynamics of retirement. Many retirees increasingly gravitate towards a quieter, more introspective way of living. Old friendships, once vibrant and frequent, may wane over time due to the inevitable distance and the passage of time. As the years go by, the frequency of social visits tends to diminish, leaving many to seek comfort in a more tranquil and cozy lifestyle. New acquaintances may not provide the same sense of closeness or connection, leaving some retirees feeling isolated despite being surrounded by people. This brings us to a critical question. What is the mindset of those retirees who neither seek out new friendships nor maintain old ones? One prevalent attitude that surfaces is the belief that relying on oneself is preferable to depending on others. In our younger years, social interactions often served as a vital means of fostering connections and offering mutual support. Many friendships and familial bonds were genuine, nurtured through frequent contact and shared experiences, which help keep the emotional warmth alive and thriving. Yet, as we mature and grow older, a stark realization often sets in. There seems to be a diminishing abundance of pure emotions and authentic connections in daily life. Social engagements can start to take on a more transactional nature, feeling less sincere. For example, event organizers may reach out with exuberant invitations, but their motivations often extend beyond mere friendship. They might hope to encourage participation in events that involve purchasing related products or services. Similarly, a colleague you haven't heard from in years may suddenly reappear, inviting you to dinner, but their true intent might be to seek assistance or favors rather than genuine companionship. While these scenarios can be surprising, they also reflect the complexities of modern social interactions. In light of these realities, many retirees begin to place greater value on simplicity and sincerity in their relationships. They come to appreciate the meaningful connections forged through daily interactions with neighbors, even those that might seem modest. The realization dawns that the people we can truly rely on are often ourselves and our nearest loved ones. Embracing independence and self-sufficiency fosters a profound sense of security and empowerment. Engaging with neighbors in the community, exchanging friendly greetings, and nurturing simple yet warm interactions can provide unexpected comfort, enriching the quieter days of retirement with a sense of belonging and connection to the world around them. Another perspective often embraced by retirees is the belief that the intrinsic value of family, particularly that of their children, outweighs the social engagement provided by relatives and friends. When family members come to visit, especially those accompanied by children, the atmosphere in the home transforms. The presence of children infuses the environment with life and joy, their innocence and playfulness creating a symphony of laughter and vitality that resonates throughout the house. Their natural curiosity propels them to touch, explore, and engage with everything around them, leading to moments of discovery, and sometimes the unintentional breaking of objects, an unavoidable aspect of their exuberant nature. However, when relatives stay overnight, the typical rhythms of daily life often require adjustment. Activities like the evening stroll or cherished reading habits may need to be rescheduled to align with the visiting family's timetable. While this demand for flexibility can be challenging, it simultaneously opens doors to deepen familial bonds, fostering a sense of mutual understanding and connection that can enrich relationships. In contrast, visits from relatives and friends frequently feel more akin to social occasions than intimate gatherings. While these interactions certainly bring warmth, laughter, and lightheartedness, the reality remains that when facing the complexities of life, it is ultimately our children on whom we can depend. The reciprocal support system that develops between parents and children becomes increasingly invaluable as we age. As social needs gradually diminish after retirement, the emphasis shifts toward the essential support and companionship found within the family unit. Assisting our children, whether by caring for their children or helping with their professional endeavors, becomes a source of deep fulfillment that often surpasses the allure of frequent social engagements. This mutual support not only nurtures a more harmonious family environment, but also strengthens the bonds that connect generations. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Many retirees discover that the allure of large social dinners and gatherings pales in comparison to the simple pleasure of spending a quiet evening at home with a significant other. After retiring, the effort involved in attending social functions can sometimes feel overwhelming, particularly when contrasted with the tranquility of sharing everyday life with a spouse. The warmth derived from enjoying a modest dinner together, sharing a tranquil moment, or collaborating in the kitchen can significantly enhance the quality of life, infusing it with happiness and contentment. While retirees have the option to dine out or participate in social gatherings, these events, despite their lively nature, may not always deliver the satisfaction that more intimate moments provide. With varying tastes and interests among guests, there are bound to be occasions when the experience falls short of expectations. Rather than feeling pressured to conform to the demands of external social events, many retirees find a deeper sense of fulfillment by cherishing the warm, meaningful moments shared with family in the comfort of their own homes. Returning to the simplicity and warmth of home brings a profound sense of satisfaction that often eludes us in the hustle and bustle of daily life. In our later years, the understanding and daily companionship we share with a spouse transform into some of the most precious treasures we possess. Engaging in seemingly mundane activities such as shopping together, preparing meals side by side, and taking leisurely walks becomes imbued with the essence of happiness. These simple moments, often overlooked, carry a deep significance that enriches our lives. As retirees embark on this new chapter, many come to a valuable realization: not every conversation holds equal weight. The tranquility of silence can often be more rewarding than the chatter of social interactions. Everyone has unique pursuits and preferences. Some individuals thrive in the vibrancy of lively gatherings and engaging discussions, while others find solace in the quietude of solitude. There is no right or wrong choice here. What truly matters is discovering the lifestyle that resonates most with one's individual needs and desires. For many elderly individuals who cherish their solitude, a rich inner world flourishes. They find joy and fulfillment in personal pursuits such as reading, fishing, or simply immersing themselves in the beauty of nature. These moments of solitude offer a sense of completeness and contentment, allowing them to cultivate inner peace and tranquility. During our working years, social activities often felt like a necessity, an obligation to maintain professional and personal relationships. However, retirement opens the door to greater freedom and choice. We can now live according to our desires, exploring the activities that truly resonate with us. Whether it's strolling alone through a serene park, diving into the pages of a captivating book, casting a line into a quiet lake, or merely listening to the gentle whispers of the wind, these simple pleasures emerge as profound sources of happiness. It is this return to simplicity and an appreciation for the fundamental aspects of life that makes retirement such a beautiful experience. Life after retirement resembles a transition from autumn to winter, ushering us into a new phase filled with reflection and appreciation. In this quieter season of life, we learn to savor each moment, choosing not to rush toward external excitement, but instead focusing on nurturing our inner peace and tranquility. Embracing a slower pace allows us to appreciate the beauty of each season as it unfolds, becoming a guiding wisdom that shapes our lives. Opting for less social interaction does not equate to isolation. Rather, it reflects a conscious choice to embrace a simple and contented way of living. This choice signifies a deep understanding of the essence of life and a profound respect for one's inner world, leading to a fulfilling and meaningful retirement experience. In these later years of life, many retirees find themselves gravitating towards a lifestyle characterized by a deliberate distancing from social interactions, seeking solace in the pursuit of inner peace and the nurturing warmth of family connections. This choice reflects a thoughtful and intentional approach to living, one that prioritizes serenity over the chaos often associated with an active social life. However, as the years progress, it becomes increasingly common for some individuals to experience a growing sense of irritation at the idea of relatives visiting or staying overnight. What lies behind this seemingly abrupt shift in attitude? If you find yourself feeling increasingly disenchanted with the prospect of family members dropping by, it's important to recognize that there are often deep-rooted reasons driving this sentiment. In today's fast-paced and high-pressure world, frequent visits from relatives can unintentionally escalate household expenses, especially when financial circumstances are less than favorable. This is not merely an issue of inconvenience, it can significantly impact the overall quality of life for those involved. While it may initially seem like a minor concern, the act of hosting relatives can impose a surprisingly heavy financial burden on a household. Consider the various costs that can quickly add up: groceries to accommodate extra mouths, additional utilities consumed during the visit, and a host of other incidental expenses, everything from snacks and drinks to the wear and tear on household items. Each visit, while seemingly innocuous at first, can begin to chip away at the budget, leading to frustration and resentment over time. Moreover, cultural differences or personality clashes between the host family and their visiting relatives can serve as common points of tension. Sharing a living space with family members who lead different lifestyles or hold contrasting values can create an uncomfortable atmosphere. For instance, varying opinions on childcare, meal preparation, or even television choices can lead to friction and discomfort that complicate familial relationships. These differences can magnify the stress of hosting and transform what should be enjoyable gatherings into exercises in diplomacy and endurance. As these seemingly minor concerns accumulate, they can be likened to an overflowing cup of water, gradually spilling over and disturbing the once tranquil peace of the household. Over time, even relatives who were initially welcomed with open arms may begin to feel like burdens rather than blessings. At first, their visits are marked by joy and laughter, filled with fond memories and heartwarming connections. However, as time goes on, that initial enthusiasm can fade, giving way to a sense of oppression that weighs heavily on the host family. Imagine the moment when the doorbell rings. What once ignited excitement might now trigger an involuntary wave of annoyance. Initially, everyone engages in polite conversation, eager to reconnect and share stories. Yet, as the minutes turn into hours, the sense of comfort within your home begins to erode. The feeling of being invaded grows stronger, and the original daily routine, once filled with personal space and freedom, becomes increasingly disrupted. This disruption not only intrudes on your privacy but also alters the dynamic of your home, transforming the joy of hosting into a burdensome obligation. Eventually, the mere mention of another visit from relatives can incite anxiety as the host family becomes more apprehensive. If clear boundaries are not established and proactive measures are not taken, the constant influx of family members can lead to mounting frustration within the household. This ongoing strain can escalate into conflict, leading to heated discussions or passive-aggressive behaviors that threaten to undermine the family's harmony. In extreme cases, this pattern can deteriorate relationships entirely, turning once beloved relatives into sources of stress and tension rather than joy and support. The gradual transformation from warmth to weariness can create an emotional toll that is often overlooked. The family may begin to dread family gatherings, marking the calendar with an impending sense of doom instead of excitement. What used to be a source of comfort now feels like an obligation, a series of events that must be navigated rather than enjoyed. Each visit can breed resentment, pushing family members to contemplate whether they should impose these visits on themselves or allow the family to heal from the fatigue of constant social obligations. Ultimately, this complex interplay of financial stress, cultural clashes, and emotional fatigue can fundamentally alter the fabric of familial relationships. It prompts the need for honest conversations about expectations, boundaries, and the mutual respect required to maintain healthy interactions. Recognizing and addressing these challenges early on can help prevent resentment from festering and allow family ties to remain strong, fostering a nurturing environment where love and connection can flourish without the weight of obligation. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. While family relationships are undeniably important, maintaining harmony requires both sides to engage in open communication, establish clear boundaries, and respect each other's personal space. It is only through these efforts that a sense of balance and understanding can be nurtured, allowing relationships to flourish rather than flounder. One significant factor contributing to the growing weariness some retirees feel towards family visits is the financial strain that can accompany these gatherings. Financial burdens, often hidden or left unspoken, can create a significant strain on relationships. Many hosts feel an implicit pressure to provide the best possible hospitality for their visiting relatives, which can be particularly challenging when household budgets are tight. This expectation can lead to feelings of inadequacy and frustration when they are unable to meet these perceived demands. Over time, the cumulative effect of small, frequent purchases such as groceries, snacks, drinks, and other amenities along with the cost of hosting can transform what might seem like minor expenses into a considerable financial burden. It can be difficult for hosts to bring up their financial constraints with family members, particularly when there is a fear that such conversations could damage the relationship. This reluctance to discuss money matters can create an unspoken tension that simmers beneath the surface, turning what should be joyful family gatherings into sources of stress and anxiety. Moreover, relatives who fail to recognize or acknowledge the financial stress their visits can impose may inadvertently exacerbate the situation. Their lack of awareness can contribute to feelings of isolation and frustration in the host family, leading to a sense of being taken for granted. If these financial considerations are not addressed, they can erode the quality of relationships over time, resulting in lingering resentment and unresolved conflicts. Incompatibility between the lifestyles of relatives and the host family represents another key reason why some retirees may begin to dread visits. Differences in sleeping habits, daily routines, or even fundamental beliefs on topics such as politics or religion can create significant friction within the household. What might initially appear to be trivial differences can, over time, manifest as ongoing sources of tension, impacting the overall atmosphere in the home. As these discomforts accumulate, the host family may start to anticipate visits with dread, bracing themselves for the inevitable friction that is likely to arise. This emotional burden can grow to the point where hosts feel drained and overwhelmed after each visit, struggling to recover from the negative interactions that overshadow the potential for enjoyment. Even when conscious efforts are made to keep the peace and maintain a cheerful demeanor, the underlying tension can linger, often unresolved. In extreme cases, this pattern of discomfort can lead to a complete deterioration of the relationship, resulting in a rift that may take years to mend. To prevent this deterioration and maintain a healthy balance in family relationships, it is crucial to address these issues through open and honest communication. Both parties should feel empowered to express their needs, concerns, and boundaries without fear of judgment or conflict. By fostering an environment where both sides can communicate effectively, the family members can work towards a more harmonious relationship that respects individual needs and preferences, ultimately ensuring that visits remain a source of joy rather than a cause of stress. Through these efforts, it is possible to cultivate a nurturing atmosphere where family bonds are strengthened and the spirit of connection thrives. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the 5 key mindsets that influence why some seniors choose solitude over social interactions. What have you learned so far about the value of family connections and the importance of personal fulfillment in later years? We'd love to hear from you. Please share one thing you've learned and how you plan to bring it into your life in the comments below. If you liked this video, please leave your comment, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content. Your support helps us continue to grow and share meaningful discussions. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.